Hello, hello, hello. This is Unprofessional Opinion. I am Rashard.
And I'm Melody.
And today we're talking about men versus women. Actually, black men versus black women. Heavy topic. Heavy topic in our household. And it's, this conversation was sparked, I think, earlier this week. So
Yes. And I feel like it's a taboo topic. We have, if you look at past videos, we use taboo in relation to sex. But this is a taboo topic that people talk around, but people don't have conversations to kind of like get some groundbreaking work done, like be able to be able to mend those fences. Because I see it like, okay, it did start out this week, this conversation, and honestly the conversation started for me, or the thought was provoked in my mind last week at the beginning of Women's History Month. It was actually the day, what was Women's History Day, like the World Women's Day. I've never seen so many women hating posts by black men. Or maybe I never recognized it. I'm like, damn. Like, I'm thinking to myself, some of these men are married. All these men have mothers. I don't know, their situations with their mothers, but I'm sure, like, regardless, if you're a black man and you have a child with any race woman, they're still black in that child. So you don't want your child, if it happens to be a girl, you don't want your child to hate a part of herself, if even if she is mixed. But especially if you're raising black girls and you already have this adversarial relationship when it comes to black women, it's just not going to be a healthy dynamic. You're going to see a portion of your daughter. You're never going to really see her full self, because you won't be able to, because she already has in her head, like, my dad loves part of me, but he only loves me because I'm his daughter. And he'll accept certain things from me because I'm his daughter. But every time I hear him talk about another black woman, it's basically negative, unless she's cooking his food, washing his clothes, or raising his kids. Like, and so, and these are, I've seen stuff from respectable black men that I actually have good relationships with, and I'm like, what? Like, okay, if you're ordering pizza, and you say to yourself, okay, well, I hate anchovies, I hate pepperoni, I hate sausage, and actually I hate crust, I hate sauce, and I hate cheese. Someone's gonna look at you and be like, okay, nigga, you hate pizza. So if you hate everything about a black woman, it's like, do you like black men? Do you just not like black women, and you like women of other races, which is fine. But my thing is, if you have relationships with black women, you can't hate everything about them and say that you love that woman. So
well, it goes back to what I think, if you guys heard our we did Black Love, and what we talked about in there is, I think some black men tend to date outside their race because of something that happened to them from an aunt who was a black woman, which is an excuse. And just instead of saying, this is my preference, all right, this is what I like. It's like, I don't understand that. And we talked about also just loving your sister just as much as you love your mother, just as much as you love your girlfriend, just as much as you love your wife. They should all be shown love across the board. And we're talking about unity here at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have, these notions that because my skin color is lighter or darker, I'm better or worse. You shouldn't have these, and we have them due to programming in our head and what we see on TV, what we talk about, and we get into groups and we all gang up on this conversation. We're like, you know what, f black women, they're the reason, they're the cause. I can say yeah. It's kind of I can say yeah. I've been hurt by black women before, but I'm married to one as well. So just as much as black women, and I'll say this, just as much as men complain about black women complain about black men. So I feel it I understand it on both sides. I don't like either one. So when I do see, I always try to make every situation its situation, meaning make the problem or see the problem for what it is. So if you have a problem, you're in a relationship with a guy, you have a child with him, that's your problem. It has nothing to do with your race.
Yeah.
My baby daddy is this. I hate black men. Like, no.
Yeah, or I hate men. Like, no, that's your baby daddy.
Yeah, that's him. You can't generalize everybody. Yes. I could have said the same thing. I can go on and on about the history I have with black women. But that ain't the problem. It was the ones I actually dated, the individuals I dated.
And if you would have went on that same path and started dating women outside of your race, you would have found women that treated you the same way. They just would have been
in a different manner.
Race.
Yeah,
because
in a different manner. Yeah,
it was just the type of woman that you were
attracting.
Yeah, that you were attracting.
Yeah, and I think when we brought this topic up, it's kind of to open up the discussion. We need to start talking about that. We got to start showing love to our black women. I watched a guy, place of business. He didn't even open up. This woman was carrying a box, and I had to come from far away to open up the door. He just basically didn't even care. And I don't know, I'm not going to say it's because of, but I will say the next person that came in was of a different race, and he was definitely zeroed in on her. And he walked her and carried her stuff to the car. And I see stuff like that, and it's just like, it doesn't matter if you're attractive. I just like, you look like me, I'm gonna treat you
right.
I think I've seen on the bus a couple of times where when I used to ride public transportation, where you don't even give up your seat for an older black one, probably my mom's age. It's like, yo, give up your seat. Get up, man. It's etiquette. It goes back to those things because we're around each other so much. I don't think we treat each other like we need to.
Right. And there's so many excuses. We can blame it on this part of history. We can blame it on this part of history. But after a while, it's like, come on, you know better. You should do better. And just like you said, don't generalize. Don't think because this one lady yelled at you for holding a door for you that I don't want you to hold a door for me. I do want you to hold the door for me. I don't expect it. I'm grateful. But I do. It's nice. It's nice when somebody see you in the street, don't know you, and say, hey sis, what's up? It makes me feel comfortable. So I take comfort when I walk down the street and I see a black male. I kind of feel like safe. So I will hope that black men will feel safe around me. Like, okay, something go down, I know sis got my back. She gonna do whatever she can to make sure like somebody know what's going on. She may not be able to physically help, but she gonna make sure that somebody knows what's going on. But I get that feeling, and I hope that that's what I'm giving out, and that's why it upsets me so much when it's like, no, you versus me, y'all like this and y'all do this, and I'm like, no, y'all are not like it's not. We're not all the same.
I've heard comments. To be honest, women are validating corny ass. They just are.
Yeah, they really are.
They just are, and
they really are.
And that's what I'm saying. Women control that. Like if you find this guy like he's okay, but you sleep with him, like you gave him in his head, he the man, but you like. He's all right. You kind of control that.
Yeah, but I guess that's a pride thing because why are you placing your value of manhood on sex?
No, but I'm saying let me ask you this. You've met a guy right? You thought you like, and we spoke to this talking about our insecurities, and we dating people that based on what society think we should have, or my circle think I should date, right? And you're dating a guy that's just not your cup of tea, but my friends like him. He's okay.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
He's okay. And you guys are intimate, and you guys do all these things with each other, and you was like, I was just doing it because I thought you liked it, but he bragging like, I did all, I'm the man. I got all this. She went down on me. She did all this. He the man. The next girl he meet probably really, really likes him. She's gonna do the same thing. She probably not as attractive as you are, but he's gonna take that and run with it. Like, I got this bag going over here.
That's other men too.
They do that
because I feel like women, they do validate corny men because that's just like I feel like that's current now too. It's like I feel like now it's more status now. Like I remember back in the day, like. When I was younger, if a dude took out his money and started counting in front of you, we would just walk. We would walk away. Now people be on IG taking pictures. I'm like, nobody's gonna rob him. Like not that I'm putting it out there, but I'm just saying like that's what I would be nervous about. Like, but that's like that's cap. Like that's y'all like people that cap now. Like that's what's out there. That's different to me.
I mean,
that's
it's a different generation.
I'm not used to that.
I mean, how many times I know I have family members and I got friends that have cousins, and the mom and dad don't even get along. They don't even talk to each other.
Yeah.
Because in that moment, it was just like, I mean, be honest, your mom validated a corny dude. Like, that's what it is.
And they be like, they'll continue to do corny.
On a regular basis.
Yeah, throughout life. And then, okay.
But when you met him, he was like, when you met him, he was the same guy. He is when you met him. He's the same guy. Same thing with men. When you meet a woman and you see she's dressed up and everything, you got to peel back those layers and see exactly who she is. You know what I mean? So you won't run into these problems where you can sit there and say, black women do this. No, everybody does.
Yeah, everybody.
It's not a black woman issue.
It's not.
When it comes
it's not only white women been validating corny dudes for years. That's why you got people like the film directors as Me Too movement and all that, because they've been validating corny men for years. Because, and I guess not as white women, but also white men, putting these men on pedestals, and they're
letting
gross.
It go.
They're gross looking. Like Woody Allen is gross. There is nothing attractive, nothing appealing. It's gross. But that just goes to show, like, we can't pick up on the bad traits just because we want to attain the same success. It's like, okay, in order to get the same success as my white counterparts, I have to pick up on the toxic traits too, and act that way as well. And it doesn't work for us. We're never going to get ahead if we're fighting against each other. Yeah,
we got to move as a unit. And again, this is a conversation that we're starting. I just wanted to say, I'm grateful to have this conversation because I am sick and tired of, you go on social media and you see these debates going on and they pulling out, at the end of the day, it's something that they have personally that they've been through, and they draw from that, and it grows into this big monster.
They find other people that had the same problems, and they just like, and it's just like a wolf pack mentality. Let's all
just gang up on it,
and then they'll find one woman that agree with them, and then they be like, see, we told you. We told you. It's not us. We didn't make this up. Yeah. No, y'all just sound like cornballs that don't know how to take an L. Yeah. Like, y'all would be the dudes that would get they ass beat and then run back to their car and then shoot somebody because y'all don't know how to take, you don't know how to take somebody saying, I'm not interested. She's just not into you. It has nothing. It's nothing personal. There's probably like 20 other chicks that are very into you. I am not part of that 20, and it's okay.
Got my little donut, my little ice cream. Tried to kick it to this girl that was in there, right? Just, throwing some stuff out there. Now, mind you, I had my car washing clothes on, some shorts. I was ashy, my ankles was terrible. But I walked up there anyway. My hands all dry, blah, blah, blah. She was like, nah, get away. Later on that night, you know, oh, guess who I run into? Oh, now you want to talk to me. Oh, now it's, but I could have just used it. Black women only want me because, no, that's who she is. I'm not going to validate this corny girl because, if she just liked me off of pure appearance, then it would have been, you don't know what it would have been.
Yeah, why you need to see all of this?
Yeah. I didn't question her. I mean, all she had on was biker shorts and a t-shirt. And I was cool with it, but, it goes back to what we say. A guy, he got like $200 pair of sneakers on, jeans on, that's probably like $80, $90, a shirt, $90, a hat, got a chain on, got all this stuff on, right? But he talking to a girl that got a $30 dress on.
Yeah.
That's including the panties. And so he's like trying to compare. He did all this just to get her. And that's why I said you guys control that.
Well, I have a similar story.
Shoot.
In high school, I used to dress like, I don't know, my style was like in ninth grade.
Punky Brewster /
Nah, I was never. I was Tim's, big jeans. I was still in the Escape Aaliyah type phase. So I might like show my my stomach because my stomach was popping. I might show my stomach, but I would have on like some boots, some big jeans, so you really couldn't see my shape or anything like that. And I was thin, but I was athletic build. So, walk past these boys all the time, no problem. I went to winter formal and I wore a very fitted dress. It was purple, and I remember like they put out like a little catalog with all our pictures from the winter formal. Same boys I walk past all the time. Oh, we ain't know you had all that. We ain't know you look like that in the dress. And I'm like, but I've been seeing you for a year, like, and you never even paid me no mind. Now all of a sudden I'm a hood star because I wore a dress to a winter formal. So it's the same thing. It's like you said, we control it, but it's literally, I think we have more similarities than differences.
We do,
and that's why I'm like, why is this a problem?
I will say,
we're like those.
I'm not resilient. No, I hate rejection.
No, I'm saying like me and you, we just like we are resilient because we will not just quit. Like if we want something, if we want something, we're not gonna just be like, okay, well, she turned me down, so I'm never gonna talk to another girl. Or that's not your personality.
All our merch, unprofessional opinion. Right there. This was good, man. Men versus women. Just like, share, subscribe. We're gonna keep this ball rolling, man.
Turn on your notification bells.
Yeah.
We are on all social media platforms, so check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever.
Twitter.
And all the content is different. We got some good stuff in store coming up. So
we sure do.
Stay tuned.
We sure do. Listen. I am Rashard.
And I'm Melody.
And this is Unprofessional Opinion. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, the whole nine.